Hey,
Ciao Nancy.
oh, how are you?
Bene, tu invece come stai?
Bene, I made a huge pot of sauce and all
Yeah?
kinds of meatballs today. My husband's cleaning up in the kitchen. He's not very happy with me,
Uh,
but the house smells great.
but
So
yeah,
what
it
can I
smells
say?
great and I'm sure it's gonna taste great too. Did you guys already eat?
My sister, I have a sister coming in from Salt Lake City next week,
Oh,
and I'm going to bring dinner. And then our grandsons are coming over, and our one grandson Charlie, when I made meatballs this summer, he said, "Can I have one of those beautiful meatballs?" So I called and I told him I was making him a beautiful meatball.
this beautiful
He
meatballs.
was only 5 years old. Can I have one of those beautiful meatballs? I said, "Oh God, now you're my favorite. What can I say?"
Oh, I love it. I love how he said beautiful. Like that's great.
And you're doing okay? Are you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Yeah,
Good.
I this week has been a little bit like less hectic for me. Um because I work with a nonprofit. I think I've mentioned that before, like with the kids. And so sometimes, like, I think for a while there, because I had to see so many, it was just a lot of work. But now it's getting towards the end of the year, and I have to see less and less kids because they've already mastered the program. And so that's been nice. And then this week, like, I have a couple of my privates that won't be here. So I'm like, finally, like, I'm going to catch up on stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a little break.
Oh my gosh, I need it. I just keep on like thinking I can't wait until the summer gets here.
Now, do we have classes in the summer or we don't
Yeah.
or
Okay, yeah. I was gonna mention that to you guys that I had talked to the other teacher. Now the other teacher, her name is Rosa. Ciao Mara.
Ciao.
Come stai?
Bene.
Ottimo. Come sta la mamma?
Bene, molto bene.
Ottimo.
Aw.
Sono contenta.
Sì.
But yeah, so anyway, yeah,
Ciao, Mara.
I
Ciao,
started to,
Nancy.
oh yeah, sorry.
Anyway,
Didn't let you guys, yeah.
so what did they say about the summer?
Yeah, so there like are some different options. So they said that they want to offer year one again because they call it boot camp through the summertime because they try to close down the school, I think, at least like July and August because that's when a lot of people are going on vacation. But this time, I don't know how many people are going to be going on vacation, but we'll
Yeah.
see. But like, so basically, the idea of the boot camp is that we would meet 2 days a week instead of one. So it would be us going through the curriculum a little bit faster, so twice as fast, basically.
You
Uh,
mean the first curriculum we'd go through it again? You
no,
mean or
no. Like, as in, like, the curriculum that we do for session three, we'd actually like
Oh,
there are, let's see, 8 classes I think instead of 10, and so we'd see each other twice a week as far as I know. So that's just what they said, is that that's the way it'll be for session 3 this time. And then like there are other courses that they offer. So Rosa, she is offering like reviews of year one, I think reviews of each year. Since this is my first year teaching, I've only done year one, but she takes care of like everything else basically because she's been with the school for at least 5 years at this point. And so, yeah, the other teacher that was more, I guess, that I took her place basically. She was kind of the one who ran it more, and now I guess it's Rose's turn to run the show.
well, good. It would be nice to keep it fresh in the summer. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Not walk completely away from it because I guarantee you I'll forget everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
agree.
the issue with that is just this year has been so weird. They told me that like numbers, like enrollment has been down just because the Italian festival is their biggest, I guess, like way to get people
Oh,
to sign up and people to get in. And so,
hmm.
yeah, like they said that they're not really for sure exactly like what they're going to do. They're for sure the boot camp is going to happen, and then I guess we'll just see how many people are interested and going through the summer. Maybe another option is seeing if it might be fine to just kind of do some reviews throughout. But again, it just, with the school that's this small, it's a little bit hard to be able to offer all those things at once. And so I'll definitely let you guys know once I hear more. Rosa said that they should have that info available soon online.
Right.
So yeah. So yeah. It's okay. Echo Michael. I know like Stacy and Jim said it was likely they won't be here. So it might just be the three of us today. Jim said that he might try to join, but we'll see.
Okay.
So I thought, like, since it's just the three of us, I would start with some of the homework because I gave you guys, I feel like maybe it was a lot that I gave you for homework.
Got it.
It was, but I think it was good to do that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ciao,
Personally.
Michael.
Ciao.
Ciao.
So
Michael. Ciao, Michael.
Mara, you like the amount that I gave you guys?
Give me more.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, great.
yeah, I like to be challenged. I want to learn it quickly, so as quick as I can. So I think it's good.
Right, yeah. And that makes a lot of sense. Because like I have my other class that I'm doing, they always tell me I give them too much homework.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. But
I think it's good, but I'm not catching on as fast as I did in the earlier modules. It's
a little bit harder, right? Especially when we get to conjugations. Now, this is something like, just keep in mind, okay? Keep in mind that conjugating is very difficult. It's not like the easiest thing in the world because, right, in English, all we have to think about is, oh, I is different and well, he, she is different, right? And then like when it comes to like other conjugations, it's not that hard to conjugate because conjugating in English almost does not exist in a way compared to Italian because Italian conjugates for every tense that there is and that exists. And there are even more tenses in Italian than there is in the English language. So again, the more practice that you do with it, the easier that it becomes, for sure. One of the thoughts that I had that I actually expressed with my other class is maybe, like, if you guys want to start out, since you guys at least know regular verbs right now, if you want to start writing maybe like a few sentences each day of things that you do in the day.
Oh.
Like, write that out. Like, keep like a little journal where you're writing. It depends. Like, if you want to be super ambitious with it, hey, write like 5 sentences. If you don't want to be as ambitious, maybe write like 1 to 3, just so it gets your mind thinking, you know, a little bit more about the conjugations. And then as far as like reading, I can definitely suggest you guys some things maybe to try and read. But still, like, there is a thing that's called like, you know, going too fast or overwhelming yourself with new information, because you don't want to make yourself exposed to lots of new information all at once. You want to kind of gradually do that. So that's why, like, I'll have to think about maybe something that I can suggest for you guys to read, because most of the stuff that's on Amazon and stuff like that, it's still too advanced and I don't want to overwhelm you. But again, I'll think about it.
I actually have a book. Maybe I can send it, like the link to you, and you can see. I bought it last summer. I didn't get very far, but it's like short stories in Italian. So each story is like 4 pages.
Right.
And then it's like a little quiz and a little vocab at the end of the chapter.
Yeah, and that might be something that's good for sure. Like the short stories, it's always a good option. And a lot of times those books also give you the English translation if you want to look at it.
Oh.
You know, like you're kind of like, oh, I don't want to spend like an hour looking up all these words. So a lot of times they'll give you like the English translation too. But yeah, that could be an option. One of the things that I tell people is I started reading comics in Italian. And that helped a lot because you had pictures and very little to read, but still, like, it helped me so much just to see those, like the comic strips and reading those. It helped a lot when I first started out.
That would be great too. How do we get those or
You can find them on
Italian comics?
Amazon, like where they're either in PDF or I can, like I said, like I'll look. I already found some, but I haven't looked through them yet. So I might share the link with you guys if you want to look through them and see if there's anything that sparks your interest.
And Mara's book sounds interesting too.
Yeah. So there's lots of stuff out there. You know, once you like start looking, it's pretty easy to find these things for sure. Okay, so the first thing that I want to ask is, how was the homework? How was the reading?
It was good.
Yeah. Okay.
Since we kind of went through it at the end of the last class.
Yeah.
That was good, but I'm finding that the presente verbi regolare regularly it's a challenge. It was a challenge because I went back and looked at the key and then I went back again, but
Right.
the verb tenses are kind of killing me right now.
If you have questions, let me know because we can pull that up if you want. So if you guys have any specific questions about that homework.
Just the Dator Rossi, the one that I sent to you. I didn't understand.
That's a good one. That's definitely a good one to look at. Let me just bring that up for a second so everybody can see it.
Does everybody have the key that you sent to me, the answer key?
Yeah, I sent that.
Yeah, I thought that was good too, to like look back at it and see. Like I kind of graded myself on all of them.
Yeah. Se guardiamo numero 3 qua, Dotte Rossi lavora tutto il giorno domani. Right, so we have this question here, and Nancy had asked me now why, like, is it lavora and not lavori? And Nancy already knows why because I explained it to her. But does anybody else, maybe Mara or Michael?
I had Lavori. I didn't look at that. I had Lavori, so I just had it wrong. I'm a bad person. I'm looking at my answers. I have Lavori, so.
No. Tranquillo, non ti preoccupare. Mara?
I put Lavora, but I don't know why I didn't put Lavori.
Okay. It may have just been that you're like, oh yeah, Dr. Rossi, that's a he, okay? So I put Lavora. So this is actually the formal you here.
Oh, okay.
Formal you. And do you guys remember when we use the formal you?
Like a doctor or like a government official.
Exactly. So it's, you use that type of language with people at esteemed positions, so that like are at a higher level than what you are for the most part. I just continually say to people that are starting to learn Italian, it's not really that important for you to learn the formal you, because Italians understand that foreigners, especially English speakers, we don't really have that in our language. So it's not like that. Most of the time they try to just speak the you with you anyway, even if they would usually use the formal you. So that's it in a nutshell. Ok, allora, quindi per gli italiani e il tempo libero va tutto bene. E poi volevo anche guardare numero 7. Numero 7. Per i verbi regolari. Numero 7. Just to see what you guys got.
I've got them. I mean, I've got them. So.
Ok, allora abbiamo Marta e Roberto. Sono studenti all'Università di Bologna. E il prossimo, secondo voi?
I had studiano, but that's not what was on the
I had
key.
different. I had finiscono.
Finiscono?
Yeah, finiscono. That's what I had.
Allora, cosa vuol dire finire? What does it mean?
Finish.
Finire, to finish. So they finish many courses. I think I see why
Yeah.
you put that alla fine del semestre.
I put Hano.
Anno? Allora, anno is a good one. It's actually frequentano.
Studiano work in there,
Frequentano.
and studiano would work too.
Study, no, not in this case. And again, some of these might work in different ways, but we're trying to find like the best one, right? Or the most appropriate for
Sure.
the entire paragraph. So like frequentano molti corsi, so they like frequent or they go to many courses. E alla fine del semestre,
I had anno here. That's what I had.
bravo. Hanno esami molto difficili. Esatto. Per il prossimo tutti i giorni Marta e Roberto.
Studiano, is that where studiano?
Esatto.
They
Studiano
Studiano.
in biblioteca, poi la sera insieme alla mensa. Alla mensa.
Mangiano.
I had mangiano. I had that as well.
Esatto, mangiano.
Mangiano.
Cosa vuol dire mensa? Mensa.
Lunch.
Cafeteria.
Okay.
Allora, durante la pausa della loro vita.
Parlano. I had parlano.
Parlano. Okay.
Esatto. Parlano.
Parlano. Is there like obviously you're emphasizing a different is that maybe in a different lesson that we're going to talk about kind of where the emphasis is on these sorts of things, or did I miss it last week?
No, I mean like at this point it's basically like it's kind of hard. I don't really do like pronunciation classes like that. I mean, we can focus on it a little bit, but it's more like the more that you are exposed to it, the easier it is to figure out.
Okay.
Okay. Because I was wondering the same thing.
We're all like Americans, like almost like again the guy in Inglourious Basterds going Buongiorno. We're going Parlano, and you're going Parlano.
Parlano, yeah.
Parlano. Okay.
It's like if you can think of it like frequentano. I don't know. Does that kind of help, like with an accent there, like frequentano, mangiano?
Yeah.
So like the accent kind of falls here, like where the syllable, like where the syllable breaks.
Okay.
Kind of have more of a pause.
Between.
It seems like in general versus English that they maybe emphasize, again, I'm not saying, you can correct me, but it's like the beginning of the word gets a little bit more emphasis and the end of the word kind of flows a little bit more. Whereas with English, we're like parlan, you know what I mean? We want to, but it based on how you're saying it. Parlano.
Yeah, parlano. And also like it's kind of like we went over those double letters versus single letters. Like if this was a double letter here, like this, parlano, you would say parlano in this sense because you have to, right, hold the L longer. But it's just one L, so you cut it shorter, parlano, because the emphasis is on ano, right? Parlano. Anyway,
I'm sorry for the diversion.
It was a good question.
Allora, durante la pausa parlano della loro vita e il futuro e la vita dopo l'università.
Immaginano.
Mhm. Immaginano. Mhm.
Immaginano,
Oh.
Mhm.
immaginano.
Poi Marta, vivere in una grande città.
Preferisce?
Mhm, esatto, Marta preferisce vivere in una grande città e Roberto invece quando di studiare.
Finisce.
Mhm, esatto, finisce di studiare. Sicuramente un lavoro all'estero.
Cerca.
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 Mhm, cerca.
Cerca.
Cerca. Allora, all'estero cosa vuol dire secondo voi? All'estero.
Abroad. I looked it up.
Bravo, bravo Michael.
I
Oh.
looked it up. No, it's abroad though.
Esatto. Ok, bene. And allora andiamo qua con i verbi regolari. Ok, abbiamo già visto alcuni verbi regolari, però abbiamo anche visto verbi associati agli hobby e altre attività durante il giorno. Allora, un esempio di un'attività che fai ogni giorno è mangiare, no? Mangiare. Ma che altro? Che altro fai durante la giornata?
Leggere.
Bevere.
Is it leggere?
Leggere, esatto, leggere.
Scrivere.
Scrivere, è giusto.
Ah.
Mhm, scrivere. Che altro?
Bevere.
Ok,
Bevere.
bere.
Bevere. Oh yeah. Okay. Is that maybe it's not a regular one? Sorry.
Mhm.
Bevere.
I had a hard time figuring out how to conjugate that because it's beve, right? If
Sì, non è un verbo regolare, è un
okay,
My
verbo
bad. Sorry.
irregolare.
My bad.
that's
No, no.
okay. No, put it off.
Ok, bene. Quindi mangiare, leggere, scrivere. Che altro?
Pare?
Parlare?
Parlare, esatto.
Ah,
Parlare. Mhm.
Oh,
cantare.
Giocare?
Mm?
Oh, run.
Cantare. Ok, no, cantare. Giusto? Ok. Che altro? Correre, no? To run. Mhm. Correre. Vi ricordate? No? Cosa significa to like search the web?
Not. Oh,
Navigare?
Mhm, navigare su internet. Giusto?
ascoltare, maybe?
Ascoltare. Giusto?
Musica?
Ascoltare.
Musica?
Ascoltare la musica. Bene. Ok. Che altro? Ascoltare. Poi.
Guardare?
Guardare, watch, or to see.
La TV?
Esatto, guardare la TV. Mhm. Guardare la TV. Mm. Sì, secondo me.
suonare. Is it suonare la chitarra?
Ok, suonare. Suonare, brava, suonare.
Then we get dance like ballare, maybe something.
Bravo! anche
Something,
ballare,
that right?
sì, ballare, bravo, bravo.
You know me and my dancing.
Mhm. Ok, ok, un altro, dai, un ultimo. Un'altra attività.
How about studiare? Or Italian.
Studiare, bravo! Sì, studiare. Esatto,
Eh.
studiare. Che cosa? Studiare che... oops, oh, I did that wrong. Vabbè. Studiare. L'italiano, no? L'italiano.
Yeah, oh yeah, yes.
Bravi, ok. Allora, adesso andiamo qua. Quindi, secondo me avete fatto bene, bravi, davvero bravi, però ci sono alcuni verbi in più, come questo, cucinare.
To cook.
Mhm. Poi c'è camminare o fare passeggiate.
To have a coffee. To take a coffee.
Sì, prendere un caffè. Camminare.
Walk.
Walk.
Esatto, to walk or to take walks. Questo, lavorare.
To work.
Esatto, bravo, anche lavorare. Sì, dobbiamo, no? Lavoriamo tutti i giorni. Allora, bene. Poi pulire casa.
Clean the house. There's never time. There's no right time.
Brava Nancy, ok. E dormire. Dormire?
Sleep.
Sleep.
Esatto. Esatto, dormire, fare una nanna. Abbiamo trovato tutti? C'è navigare, poi altro anche ascoltare la musica. Ascoltare la musica e poi anche scrivere, giusto? Scrivere. Ok, adesso la lista è completa. It's all complete adesso. Allora, adesso sono le 7:23 di sera. So right now it's 7:23 today, like in the evening. Allora, secondo voi queste attività sono troppo presto? È l'ora giusta o è troppo tardi per fare queste attività adesso? Per esempio, studiare l'italiano. È troppo
Or
presto?
giusta.
Esatto, bravo, è l'ora giusta, no?
L'ora giusta.
È l'ora giusta. Allora, facciamo così. Voglio mettere anche questo. È troppo tardi, è l'ora giusta. È troppo tardi. Ok, allora, bene. Allora, per 3 minuti, 4 minuti, parlate l'uno con l'altra e decidete dove mettiamo queste cose. Ok, so now you guys can
Okay.
talk together and decide.
Okay.
All right, yeah, let's mangiare. I think it's troppo e l'ora giusta. I mean, it's good time to eat, but I
Yes.
have to say that it's maybe a little bit too late to cook because it's already 7:25.
Yes.
You could eat. So, but
Yeah, I
cooking,
go with
you're not gonna
that.
get it. You're gonna not. You know what I mean? You're not gonna.
Yeah.
And then it's too late to work. Lavorare. È
Definitely.
troppo tardi.
È troppo tardi per
È
lavorare?
È troppo tardi. Lavorare.
Ok.
I was going to say camminare è troppo tardi.
Sì?
Uscire con gli
I think for uscire con gli amici è l'ora giusta.
Qua negli Stati Uniti sì, è l'ora giusta, no? Però in Italia forse è troppo presto per uscire con gli amici, no? Ok.
È troppo presto ballare, late night dancing, right?
Sì, esatto, bravo.
Ballare,
There
è
you
troppo
go.
presto
Esatto, sì.
ballare.
Mhm.
Guardare la TV, I'd say è l'ora giusta.
Sì, dai.
È l'ora giusta,
È l'ora giusta.
sì.
È l'ora giusta. Pulire, like I said, pulire casa.
Uh-huh.
It's never, there's no time good for that, but
Uh,
el
I would
troppo,
say è
el
troppo
troppo
tardi.
allora, aspetta, adesso facciamo così. Aggiungiamo un'altra categoria, no? Mai.
Never.
Mai. Allora, pulire casa.
That
Allora, giusta, ok.
means never? My.
Mai.
Mai, ok.
È troppo tardi pulire casa. Pulire casa.
Ok,
Too
dai,
late.
sì, è troppo, sì, è anche troppo tardi. Ups. Volevo
Yeah, that's the my. Yes.
troppo
Yeah.
tardi.
Mattina.
Mattina.
Pulire
Esatto, sì. Allora,
Dormire is a troppo presto.
è troppo presto, esatto. È troppo
Sì.
presto. Brava Nancy.
I'm just looking at singing.
Cantare.
Mai.
Ok, non è mai l'ora giusta, no.
Or sempre.
Sempre,
Never.
dobbiamo aggiungere un'altra categoria, no?
But sempre.
Sempre, ecco.
Always? Is it always?
Always.
I'm just guessing. I don't know.
Sì, always, esatto. Vuol dire always. Mhm. Bene. Ok. Prendere un caffè?
È troppo
È troppo
tardi.
tardi.
È troppo tardi.
Sì. Per gli italiani però.
No.
Questo
Yeah.
l'ora giusta.
Ah,
No, ok. Leggere?
Hey, Lord,
giusta. I'll go with
Good time
that.
to read.
Perché adesso leggiamo, no? Leggiamo, noi leggiamo, ok?
Noi leggiamo.
Suonare
read.
uno strumento?
I'd go with l'ora giusta.
Sì, dai. Sì. Scrivere?
Is this where
Oh, scusa, Nancy?
I was gonna say, is this where you break out the ukulele?
We're all waiting.
It's at my boyfriend's house right now. So I'll have to bring it back over. I can break out the piano if you guys want.
Oh,
Sing you guys some things.
We'll look forward to it.
Allora, navigare su internet.
l'ora giusta. I mean, we do it all the time.
Giusto, sì. Ascoltare la musica.
È l'ora giusta.
L'ora giusta. E finalmente scrivere.
Troppo tardi.
Troppo tardi.
Troppo tardi.
Esatto. Bravi. Allora, adesso, spesso, ogni tanto, o mai. Abbiamo già visto mai. Cosa significa? Cosa vuol dire mai?
Not? I don't know.
Never.
Never. Esatto. Never.
So is it every day or never? Sometimes every day or
Allora, spesso, often.
often.
Ogni
Okay.
tanto, sometimes, mai, never. E poi abbiamo anche altri. Atria verbi qua. Visto ogni tanto, every now and then, sometimes. Sempre. Always.
Oh, tutti i giorni.
Tutti i giorni. Ah,
Every day.
ripetete con me, questo sì. va bene.
Tutti i giorni.
Esatto.
Tutti i giorni.
Mhm.
Giorni.
Spesso.
Spesso.
Mhm.
Spesso.
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 Non mai.
Non mai.
Non
Mai.
mai.
Ogni tanto.
Ogni
Ogni
tanto.
Tanto.
Ogni tanto.
Ogni venerdì.
Ogni venerdì.
Venerdì.
Allora, quindi mangiare. Mangiare. Michael,
Ah,
tu mangi tutti i giorni, spesso, mai?
io mangio tutti i giorni.
Bravo, sì, bravo. Tu invece, Nancy, mangi?
Oh, okay. I'm
Mangi?
sorry. Mangi? Me? Wait, I'm sorry.
Tu,
So it would be, I'm kind of lost. Tu mangi?
allora, tu mangi
Tu mangi? Tu
sempre,
mangi
tutti
tutti
i
i giorni? Or spesso? Tu mangi spesso? Do you eat
Mhm.
often?
Io mangio sempre, sempre. Tu invece?
Got it. Okay, sorry. Io mangio sempre. Okay, okay.
Brava. Tu invece, Mara, mangi, giusto? Sì?
Sempre.
Sempre.
Mangio sempre.
Ok, mangio sempre. Ok, allora, e cucinare. Allora, io cucino tutti i giorni. Tutti i giorni. Mm? La mattina e il pomeriggio, la sera, cucino tutti i giorni. Nancy, anche tu cucini tutti i giorni? Sì? No?
Yeah, cucino tutti i giorni.
Brava, anche Nancy. Mara, tu invece?
Cucino ogni tanto.
Ogni tanto, ok, ogni tanto va bene, sì. Michael, tu cucini?
Non cucino mai. Non cucino mai.
Ah, allora chi cucina? Tua moglie? Tua moglie cucina?
Oh, sì, sì, lei cucina spesso,
Ah, bene.
Ah,
Brava.
right?
Brava.
She cooks often. I was trying to say my wife cooks often. I don't know if what I said.
Esatto, bravo. Allora, adesso, come questo esempio, Nancy, Mara, Michael, voi fate le domande l'una all'altro, ok?
oh, alternate. Okay.
Quindi, Michael, fai una domanda a Mara e puoi dire qua. Mm, mm.
Oh, so okay. Tu ballari. Just so that would be do you dance? But if I say dance, how often? If I want to say,
Tu balli. All you have to, right? Like, come nell'esempio, scegliamo uno. Ok, pulire la casa. Ah, domanda. Nancy, tu pulisci la casa? So all you have
No.
to do, right, is
you
just
clean the house? Question.
That's the question. That's all you have to do. You don't have to ask how often.
Okay.
Because they can answer how often, right? Like,
Got it. Right. Got it. Okay. I'll do it. I'll do an easy one. So tu lavori. Question mark. Tu lavori?
Io?
You work?
Mara, sì, Mara.
Okay.
Sì, Mara.
Sì. 5, come si dice days?
5 giorni.
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 5 giorni.
Ok, 5 giorni a settimana.
Ok, a settimana.
5 giorni a settimana.
Oh, 5 days a week. Okay.
Esatto. Ok, Mara, tocca a te.
Ok.
Bring it.
Nancy, tu dormi?
Sì. Sì, dormo sempre.
Brava,
I'm
anch'io.
retired. I sleep.
Brava. Allora, Nancy, scegli tu.
So it's going to Michael.
Or you can, like skip him, go directly to Mara if you want.
Let's ask Michael.
Go ahead. Ask Mara. It's fine.
Michael, tu cantare?
No. Io non canto mai.
Oh, povero. Non
Except-
canti? Nemmeno a karaoke?
Sì. Sì.
Allora canti, giusto? Un po', ok, un po'. Bene.
Un po'.
Okay, why not? Let's do one more round and then we can move on. Va bene?
Sì.
Michael?
Oh, me? I know. Mara, tu guardi la TV. I don't know if I did the TV right. Tu guardi. Tu TV.
Sì. Guardo spesso.
Brava.
Guardo la TV spesso. Nancy, tu prende un caffè?
Prendi.
Sì, prendo un caffè.
Mhm.
I'll go to Mara. Tu, would it be leggi? Leggi? Tu leggi?
Mhm.
Sì, leggo ogni tanto.
Bravi! Yay.
Woo!
That was
Woo!
hard.
It's a little hard, right? But you
Yeah.
guys did amazing. Davvero ottimo lavoro. Ottimo lavoro. Because it's not that hard, but davvero bravi. Okay, so we're gonna leave this behind for a little bit e andiamo avanti con un nuovo argomento. Per esempio, che tempo fa? Oggi, che tempo fa? O che tempo fa oggi? Fa bel tempo o fa brutto tempo?
Ogni fa brutto tempo.
Yeah, I'd go.
Esatto, oggi fa brutto tempo, ok? Allora, ripetete con me. Fa bel tempo.
Fa
bel
bel tempo.
Bravi. O fa brutto tempo.
Fa
Fa brutto
tempo.
tempo.
Bravi. Ok. Che tempo fa o che tempo c'è? Fa bello.
Fa bello.
Fa bello.
Fa bello.
Bello.
Fa brutto.
Fa
Fa
brutto.
brutto.
Oddio, fa caldo.
Fa
Fa
caldo.
caldo.
Oh, brr. Fa freddo.
Fa
Fa
freddo.
freddo.
Allora, e poi ci sono queste immagini. E per esempio c'è il sole.
Sunny.
C'è il sole.
C'è, oh, c'è il sole.
And what is che? I'm sorry, che. It is.
There
Uh,
is.
There is. Okay.
C'è il sole. For now, it's not really that important to know, like, because these are idiomatic expressions. So that's just something to know, like, that's why they vary, like, why you don't see it throughout. So it's not too, like, because that's not what we would say in English, right? We wouldn't say there is the sun. We would say it's sunny. So that's
Right.
so that's one of the reasons, like, for now, we won't worry about that che or the a or whatever you see here, okay?
Got it.
Però c'è il sole.
C'è il
C'è
sole.
il sole.
C'è il vento. No, c'è il vento.
C'è vento.
C'è vento.
E poi ci sono queste nuvole. È nuvoloso.
Oso.
È nuvoloso.
Rosso.
Piove.
Piove.
Nevica.
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 E che brutto tempo qua. C'è il temporale.
C'è
C'è
il temporale.
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 C'è il temporale. Ok.
Ok.
È molto importante, no? Ricordarsi di questo, perché adesso facciamo un piccolo quiz. Yay! Allora, che tempo fa?
Fa
Fa
bello.
bello.
Fa bello.
Esatto, fa bello. E a Roma, che tempo c'è a Roma?
C'è il sole.
Esatto, c'è il sole. Fa bello o fa brutto?
Fa bello.
Fa bello.
In
Sì,
the
fa
picture,
bello.
looks good to me.
Esatto, c'è il sole e fa bello. E a Venezia? Che tempo c'è a Venezia?
È
È
nuvoloso.
Nuvoloso.
Sì, è nuvoloso. Fa bello o fa brutto?
Fa brutto in the
Fa
picture.
brutto.
Fa brutto.
Esatto, fa brutto. Guarda questo cielo con le nuvole, oddio. Fa paura. Allora, che c'è? Che tempo c'è a Firenze? A Firenze.
Piove.
Nevica.
Esatto. Nevica. Nevica.
Nevica.
Nevica.
Bene. E adesso che tempo fa in Italia? In Italia.
C'è il sole.
C'è il sole.
Fa
Molto,
caldo.
molto caldo.
Esatto, fa molto, molto caldo. Caldissimo. addirittura. Ok, un'altra domanda. E negli Stati Uniti abbiamo inverno e autunno. Che cos'è inverno? Che cos'è autunno?
Winter and autumn.
Esatto, bravo Michael. Allora, in inverno o in winter, che tempo fa a Columbus? In inverno.
Fa brutto.
Fa brutto, sì. È giusto? Che altro? Fa brutto?
Nuvoloso.
Sì, è nuvoloso. Fa caldo o fa freddo?
Fa
Ah,
freddo.
fa freddo, sì. Mhm. Piove? Nevica?
Nevica.
Sì,
In
esatto.
Columbus.
Sì, in inverno nevica, giusto. Allora, invece a Honolulu, che tempo fa in inverno a Honolulu?
Va
Va
Ma
bello.
bello.
bella.
Ah, bello, sì, esatto. Bene. Ok, in autunno, che tempo c'è a Seattle, Washington?
È
Piove?
nuvolosco. È nuvoloso.
Piove
Piove.
e nuvoloso, sì, esatto.
Nuvoloso.
C'è vento? Sì, no?
Sì.
Sì, sì,
Sì,
sì.
sì, direi di sì. Fa caldo o fa freddo?
Eh,
Ah,
Fa
sì,
fa
freddo.
freddo, fa
fa
freddo,
freddo. E a Juneau, Alaska?
fa freddo.
Fa freddo.
Molto freddo.
Sì, molto freddo. Piove, nevica.
Ehm,
Proprio nevica.
Neve.
Sì, forse nevica, esatto. Bene. Allora, in estate, che tempo c'è a Tampa, Florida? No more cheat sheets.
Fa caldo.
Fa caldo, sì,
Fa bello.
fa bello. Mhm.
C'è il sole?
Esatto, c'è il sole. Mhm. Sì, va bene. Ok, fa caldo, c'è il sole, fa bello. Bene. Esatto. Ok, ottimo. Ottimo lavoro. So for this next thing, I'm just going to point this out. This is not something that I'm having us learn yet, but just this is the verb fare here. And we just saw it used with the with the feather, with the weather, right? Che tempo fa. And one of the things that you'll notice as we go on, and we might not get to this until the third session, but fare has a lot of idiomatic expressions that go with it. So just like to point out, that's why, like, if you're wondering, like, well, why do they use fa instead of like what we say, what is the weather like? Yeah. Or how is the weather? It's an idiomatic expression that just does not literally translate into English well. So there, and like I said, there are tons of expressions that go with fare, like to take a shower, fare la doccia, no? To go shopping, grocery shopping, fare la spesa, to do laundry, right? Fare il bucato. Now we already saw a couple, right?
Yeah.
Fare una passeggiata, for example.
Take a walk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just to do a walk, basically. But
Yeah,
yes,
to
it's
do a walk. Mm-hmm. Then we also saw this one, right? Fare una fotografia.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. We also saw, I think, or maybe not, fare tardi. I don't think we went over that one yet. But yes, also to have breakfast, you say fare colazione instead of to have. So just a couple things to point out. And it is an irregular verb. And this is just something like if in the meantime, because fare, like I said, is it comes up all the time. So if you guys are wanting to do your journal or something like that while you write the stuff that you do each day, at least like you have this if you want to look at it and try to practice on your own time. But this is the way that you would conjugate it as well. So this is just one of the many irregular verbs. And for the weather, right, it's singular, and that's why you use fa and not something else. Ci sono domande? Any questions?
No.
Ok, adesso andiamo avanti.
Io capisco. Io capisco.
Capisci? Bene.
Io capisco.
Allora, quindi Michele capisce. Capisce Michele. Adesso parliamo di qualcos'altro. Yay! I colori. Oh, i colori. Che bello. Do you guys already know some? Can you think of any colori in italiano?
Oh, I know.
You know them already?
I know.
I don't.
Oh, it's okay. We'll go over it. Allora, a proposito del tempo, no? Speaking of the weather, here we have basically a weather scale. And so they, right, like in weather maps, like they use colors to indicate how hot something is or how something cold is, right? So I thought this would be kind of a fun way to learn our colors. Yay! And these obviously aren't like the only colors. These are like the 9 like main ones. So obviously there's tons of colors in the Italian language, but these again are like the main ones. Quindi, se iniziamo qua con il bianco.
Il
bianco.
Bianco.
Il viola.
Il viola.
Il blu.
Il blu.
L'azzurro.
L'azzurro.
Il verde.
Il verde.
Verde.
Il giallo.
Il giallo.
L'arancione.
L'arancione.
Allora, cione.
Cione.
Arancione.
Arancione.
Bravi, no? Bravi. Allora, questo è il rosso.
Il rosso.
E finalmente questo è il nero.
Il nero.
Bravi, bravi. Ok, adesso andiamo qua e abbiamo una mappa con tutti questi colori. Se vediamo nell'immagine cosa c'è? Che colori vedete qua? Che colore vedi in questa mappa? Per esempio c'è il blu. C'è il blu. C'è il blu. Che altro?
Northern Italy, and you are asking where?
Oh, what colors do you see?
Oh.
C'è il blu.
L'azzurro.
Azzurro. Oh. Verde.
C'è anche verde.
Arancione.
Qua c'è arancione, giusto? Ok.
Il giallo.
C'è anche il giallo. Esatto, c'è anche il giallo. Allora, e poi questo qua che cos'è? Che va così.
Bianco. Il bianco.
Esatto, il bianco. Bravi. Ok. Allora, e sotto questa mappa ci sono i vari colori, no? E ogni colore indica una temperatura differente, dal più freddo al più caldo. Quindi, quali colori indicano che il tempo fa caldo?
Azzurro.
Mhm.
That's,
Mm,
oh no,
che
I'm sorry, nah, that's wrong. Il viola.
fa caldo.
Oh, caldo. It would be arancione, right?
Esatto.
Okay.
Mhm. Allora, l'arancione. Mhm. Ah, visto? C'è freddissimo. E poi da questa parte c'è caldissimo. Mhm. C'è
Got it.
caldissimo. Però non ti preoccupare. Allora, facciamo così. Ok. Allora, fa caldo. Non è solo l'arancione. Che altro?
Il rosso.
Sì, il rosso.
il nero.
Il nero. Ok. E il giallo? Anche il giallo, no? Anche il giallo fa caldo, no? Perché noi siamo qua, tipo Saudi Arabia, dove c'è il deserto, no? Where the desert is, like the yellow part. Ok. E numero 4, quali colori indicano che il tempo fa freddo? Fa freddo.
Il blu.
viola.
Mhm.
Il
Il blu. Il blu. L'azzurro. Sì, l'azzurro.
Il viola.
E il viola. Esatto. E il colore che indica che il tempo fa fresco?
il verde.
Esatto, il verde. E forse anche il giallo, no? Anche il giallo, forse.
Oh. Mhm.
Ok? Capito? Bravi, bravi.
Sì,
È
capisco.
difficile? Questo esercizio è difficile? No.
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 Ok, bene. Ok, allora. E ecco il clima d'Italia. Il clima d'Italia. Allora, secondo questa mappa, l'Italia ha
According to the map.
un clima freddo, un clima temperato o un clima caldo.
Freddo. Un clima freddo.
Sì, sì. Ok, allora, ecco Italia. L'Italia qua.
Mm.
Mm,
So this is all Italy here, what you're
this is Italy here.
Italia è un clima temperato.
Sì, è più un clima temperato alla fine, no? C'è più giallo, verde e azzurro, però.
they said that my ancestors moved to California because they felt it was very temperate, very similar to Sicily.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard that a lot too. Like California is a lot like that. Ok, bravi. E solo per ricordare, there are like a couple I think that I did not show on that list. We have also rosa. Rosa e marrone.
Marrone.
Marrone. Bene. E grigio.
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 Esatto. And then, just to point out like a couple more things. Well, prima di tutto, if you guys can tell me like what some colors you see in these pictures. Per esempio, questo qua, i colori, quali sono i colori qua?
Giallo.
Il giallo. E questo colore?
Vedo rosa.
Il rosso, esatto.
Rosso.
No?
Scusi.
Mm,
Vedo
Bianco?
verde. Verde.
c'è anche verde, sì, c'è il verde. Mhm.
Negro?
Nero, c'è anche nera.
Nero. Nero. I'm sorry.
Mhm. Ok,
Mar-
i capelli è di colore
Marrone.
marrone.
marrone. Yeah.
Esatto. Allora, poi qua che colori vediamo? Che colore è questo?
Rosa.
Rosa.
Rosso.
Rosa, esatto, rosa. Poi qua c'è
Il viola.
il viola, sì. Poi
Il
Bianco?
Bianco.
il bianco.
Il bianco.
Poi abbiamo qua con questa collana. La collana c'è il
nero.
il nero, il bianco di
Il bianco.
nuovo. Poi questo colore qua dell'anello
Rosso.
è rosa.
Rosa.
Sì, rosa.
Rosa.
Esatto. E poi qua cosa vediamo?
Verde.
Il
Verde.
verde. Mhm. Allora, facciamo un salto qua. Guarda questi ragazzi, questi calciatori, no? Calciatori di calcio. E cosa indossano? Il colore è
Bianco?
Azzurro.
c'è bianco, c'è il
Bianco.
bianco, c'è l'azzurro,
Il verde.
il
Yeah.
verde.
Yeah.
Bianco.
Mhm.
Rosso. Il rosso.
Anche il rosso, sì. Mm.
Rosa.
C'è il
Where's it?
rosa.
It's pink. Where's
qua.
pink? Is it rosa
The
pink?
sign. Behind.
Esatto.
Oh, yes, good eye.
Brava, sì, brava. Ok. E poi qua
Verdi?
Marrone. I capelli.
hai i capelli
Nero.
marrone, nero, l'erba. Che cos'è il colore?
Verde.
Ok,
Il verde.
verde. E poi questi fiori, sembrano fiori, no? I fiori. Non si vede forse. Sembra azzurro, no?
Azzurro.
Azzurro, ok.
Azzurro.
Poi
E verde.
è verde,
Galio.
giallo.
Giallo.
Mhm.
Scusi.
Bravi, bravi. E questo è un numero. È un numero.
Il verde.
Il
Verde.
Il
verde.
bianco.
È bianco. Okay, so again, just like a cultural note here. I think every language and every culture, right? Like colors mean something to every language and every culture. So in Italy, there's some, interesting ones. If we start here with the giallo, si chiama un giallo. Now, what do you guys
Giallo.
know? Yeah, what do you guys know about Agatha Christie? What kind of writer is she?
Mystery.
Romance.
No.
I don't know. Mystery. I don't know.
Mystery.
That's what-
Esatto. Mystery.
Just guessing.
Crime.
Yeah.
Like a crime, like detective style.
Uh-huh.
So it's really interesting the origin of why they call it the giallo genre. So as you see here, there's like this picture, and I think they started it back in the 70s where they would publish all of these crime novels in a yellow covering or a yellow cover. And everybody started doing it to the point that people nicknamed the genre giallo. And it started off with books, but then it spread to cinema. So if you guys know who Dario Argento is, they call him basically like I can't remember what the actual thing is, but he makes tons and tons of horror films, and he does gialli films. So yeah, in case you ever want to look up a giallo, they have tons of them. And then here we
He's
have
getting-
un romanzo rosa. Any guesses what this might be?
Romance.
Esatto. Romance, Harlequin, those kinds of things there. I don't know if anybody knows who Judith McNaught is, but I mean, like, this also just goes to show how popular not English, but American literature is to Italians, English and American. Things get translated from the English language all the time in Italy. Like, they love a lot of the same writers that we love here. But yes, un romanzo rosa is that, like a romance novel. And this si chiama qualcosa di meraviglioso. Anybody think they know what that means or what the title is? Qualcosa.
something of, I don't know. Merna.
Meraviglioso.
Miracles.
Almost.
Marvelous.
Yes, something marvelous. Yeah, something. Qualcosa di meraviglioso. E poi c'è scritto da autrice di sarà per sempre. Autrice, what do you guys think? Cosa significa?
Author.
Autrice.
Oh,
Also the
from the author of something else. It's another thing that she wrote.
Esatto, from the author of sarà per sempre. Ooh, we learned this, right? Sempre.
Forever.
Esatto. Or see, always, forever.
Always
Sarà
forever.
per sempre. It'll be forever. Or it'll be for always. Ok, bene. E poi, se guardiamo qua, ovviamente abbiamo gli azzurri. Gli azzurri.
The blue.
So the light blues, that's what the football team is called here. So yeah, like a lot of times you'll find that soccer teams over there are named after colors, but not all of them. Like, they're named after several different things, but Gli Azzurri is like very famous, like a very famous team. Does anybody know where they're from? Gli Azzurri?
I don't.
I think they might be from Rome, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know colors very well. E finalmente abbiamo un numero verde. Un numero verde. Abbiamo anche noi, no? Abbiamo anche noi. Questi numeri, green numbers. Any idea what they might be?
Free? I don't know.
money.
800
Oh,
numbers?
free.
Free, esatto. Chiamata gratuita. Gratuita vuol dire free. Chiamata, what do you guys think chiamata means then?
Call free. Mi chiamo, right? They call me Michael, mi chiamo, so.
Yeah, so free call.
Very good.
Free call. Bravo, Michael. Esatto. Okay, so this is actually all I have for this evening. So maybe since we have 5 more minutes, I was thinking, what if I asked the question?
You're asking the question to us? I'm married. I'm married, Celia.
Well, these days, does it really matter?
I guess not.
Oh my God. That was a bad no.
What's the question? We're in suspense here.
Ecco la domanda.
Yep.
Cosa fai stasera? Io, per esempio, Io finisco di lavorare. Finisco di lavorare. Poi vedo il mio ragazzo e guardo Fargo.
Watch the show Fargo.
Oh no, aspetta, mangio. Mangio qualcosa per
Something.
cena. Mm.
Now, you have any dinner yet? Oh my goodness gracious. Say what?
E poi dormo.
Sleep.
Quindi io finisco di lavorare. Ciao ciao. Vedo il mio ragazzo. Mangio qualcosa per cena. Guardo Fargo e dormo. Voi invece cosa fate? Cosa fai stasera?
Parlo a mia nonna.
Ok.
Oh,
Con tua nonna, che bello. Oh, bene. Come si chiama tua nonna?
Lynn.
Lynn. Oh, che bel nome, Lynn. Ok, bene.
cucino. I don't know how to say sauce. Cucino
Dipende.
tomato sauce. Cucino pasta.
Sugo.
You.
O al ragù.
Il sugo di pomodoro, like so tomato sauce, you said. Cucino il sugo di pomodoro. E la pasta, Nancy? E la pasta?
And meatballs.
Ah, e le polpette. E le polpette.
You can all come over.
Okay, grazie. Mangi con tuo marito?
Husband.
Mangi con tuo marito?
Marito.
Husband.
Si mangio con. I forget the word for husband. Mangio con mio marito.
E dopo guardi la TV? Sì, no?
Guardo la TV. I mean, I did that today.
Bene. Tu invece, Michael, cosa fai stasera?
Cosa fai? Studio il mio italiano.
Bravo! Ok, studi l'italiano. Poi?
Dormo. Io parlo con la moglie, my wife. La mia moglie.
La moglie, va bene, va bene. Ok, parli con tua moglie, va bene. Ottimo. Bene.
Why are we what?
Well, just like because you guys did a lot of work, tonight. I also wanted to ask Michael, you never, well, not that you never, but like you had that meeting last week. Did it go well?
Well, yes, it did. We had the it was a formality. It was interest. I mean, it was a what's it called? It's just a school board meeting. So what happens is you're just on the agenda. There was like 10 people on the agenda, and like you just show up. I mean, you don't have to show up. No one else showed up. There's 10 people on the agenda. There's a bunch of things on the there's a bunch of things on there. I was item number 6 amongst many other things, and they unanimously voted to hire me. So that was good. And so it was, it was good. It wasn't that big of it. I mean, but I could have not gone there, but yeah. So I have a job. I I wanted to though, and because it's been, it's not really in the scope of like, I guess this class, my like own personal life story, but it's been like a lot of it's been a big journey over the last year to kind of get from where I was to where I am. And despite the idea that I know a lot of people don't necessarily show up to that sort of thing, it was a big thing for me. And so just kind of being there, I wanted to be there. But yes, it was great. Yes,
Awesome.
I guess I got a job next year as an intervention specialist for Southwest licking schools in Newark, or not in Newark, I'm sorry, in Pataskla. So yes,
So
it went well. Thank you for asking.
You went from being an attorney, is that right? Were you an
Oh,
attorney?
I still am an attorney. I got 3 clients right now. But again, I know we're over time. I don't mean to take it people. But yes, I am an attorney, and I am also a intervention specialist, I guess.
It's gotta be like
So.
though less stressful though now that you don't have. Didn't you say at one time you had like 150 clients or something like that?
Yeah, I did, and it is less. It's just tough because you got 150 clients, but you got, say for example, 10 kids, and those 10 kids, like you're for that year, you're like the world to those 10 kids. So I don't know, like I mean, I just had 21 kids as a second grade. I mean, yeah, it's like less in a sense. I'm not running around to different counties, but like you see the kids and you know their parents and you just deal with them a lot. So you just feel more responsibility than you maybe. It's not that I don't feel responsible for clients, but you know, they're an 8-year-old.
Well, yeah, usually the things that happen to the adults are because, right, like it's the consequences of their actions, whereas things that happen to kids a lot of times, not always, I know it's not always that way, but like kids for sure, like
the kids are counting on you a lot. You're probably closer into these kids' lives for that period of time than basically anybody except for their family members. So yeah, you feel, I don't know. I don't know what person in that situation could not feel a large responsibility. I guess maybe if I do it for longer, I will lose that. I hope not. But you know, I understand you do stuff for a longer period of time and you know what I mean? There's mental things that people just do to be able to do their job every day. And I completely get that. But for me right now, I mean, yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's less stressful. Yes, I don't have to go to 3 counties, have judges breathing down my neck. But anyway, I'm not trying to camp people. But I do appreciate your asking. And yes, it went well.
good.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it very much.
Allora, direi che adesso abbiamo finito per oggi, no? Class dismissed.
All right, take care.
See you
Ciao,
next
ciao.
week.
Buona
Next
serata.
week.
Sì, ci
Ciao.
vediamo. Sì,
Ciao.
Ciao,
Ciao,
baby.
gattina, ma che bel gattino.
Oh my
Ophelia.
gosh.
Come si chiama?
Ophelia.
Ophelia. È
Bella.
bellissima, sì, molto bella.
Is that a good cat?
Allora, ragazzi,
Ciao.
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 Ciao ciao.